back to my channel. So today I am here with Kaylee. So as you know, school is starting soon, and Kaylee's going to be in kindergarten again because since she has an age, she's not going to go to a new grade, if that makes any sense, because Kaylee's 5 years old, so that is the age of a kindergartner. So she's gonna be in kindergarten again, like last year. But like I said, they don't age, so they don't go to new grades. All the other babies are still gonna be in preschool. Not summer and autumn, just Emma, Mallory, and Charlotte. And then Kaylee will be in kindergarten. So yeah, and the other babies will stay home with me. Well, with a babysitter, because I go to work, which is my school. Anyways, since school is starting, I wanted to do some Baby Alive DIY school supplies because lots of things are not doll-sized, and if they are doll-sized, they usually don't actually work, like pencils, crayons, markers. They won't actually work. So here's some ways you can have things actually work, and it's really cool. And Katie's really excited to get some new school supplies, so she'll probably do a school supply haul at the end of all of this, probably in a separate video. So yeah, let's just get started. One thing that's a struggle for dolls is pencils. They are really cute. Like I have this princess one, but I feel like it's way too big for Kaylee because this is the right size pencil for me. So you could, if you wanted to, sharpen your pencil all the way down to make it small, like maybe about here, so it'd be a doll size pencil. Or when you go golfing, sometimes board games have these small pencils. They're already little. So this one is really little, and it actually is the perfect size pencil for Kaylee, and it actually works. I can sharpen it and everything. It doesn't have an eraser, but I have these mini erasers. This one's a little heart with a smiley face. And these are usually party favors and stuff. Perfect size for Kaylee, so instead of using this giant eraser, which is way too big for her, get these little ones. So you can find these at sometimes they come in board games, like I said, and golfing. I know we get most of ours from when my dad goes golfing. He gets the little pencils. I don't know why they use tiny pencils, but they do. So they have the little ones. And then these tiny erasers you can find like party stores, I guess, because I've seen them as party favors. So yeah, that's just this isn't really a DIY, that's more like a hack, but it still works because they're the perfect size for your little dollies. Now, when your babies get little work and stuff that they have to bring home, papers for you to sign, where are they gonna put it? They don't want it to get crumpled in their backpack. When you do it, you put it in your folder. So, real folders are much too big for Kaylee. Here, I have one right here, actually. Here's a real folder, a puppy one. I don't know why it's in here. It's just as big as her. She can't really use this. It'll be way too big. So, here's a way how you can make your own folders doll-sized. The materials you're going to need are construction paper. You could use regular paper, but I think construction paper is more fun because it's colorful. You could also use I can't remember what it's called, but the paper has the patterns on it. It's not wallpaper or anything like that. It's not wrapping paper. I can't remember what it's called right now, but that kind of paper, you can use that. I'm just gonna be using construction paper. I have a lot of colors. I just grabbed this one because it was on top. And then either a stapler or tape. You can use either one of those. And you can use markers or crayons to decorate it. And then you're gonna want a doll-sized piece of paper. So I make Kaylee's papers this size. They're the perfect size for a real size sheet of paper for her. And all I do is I take a piece of paper and fold it into fourths, and you can cut it up to be the perfect little doll-sized piece of paper. And this will also be your guideline, which is why you need this. So now let's actually make. Okay, so you want to take a piece of construction paper or whatever paper you're gonna use to make your folder. And so I'm gonna fold this in half. I think this is hamburger style. I don't know if you guys knew that when I don't know, when I was in school they called this the hamburger style and then the other way the hot dog style. So we're folding this hamburger style. So like that, and you can see this paper will fit perfectly in there with some extra space, just like a real folder. And then, so you can really make it like a folder, you fold this piece right up, like that. And then your papers can slip right in there. And now, you just want to make sure this folds up again. And And to make it like a real folder and not just all flappy like this, you can take your tape, or a stapler works just as well. I just have tape down here right now. But you just put it on the edge and tape it right down. Now you don't want to tape above the line because then your pocket won't really open very well. And I'm going to tape the other side as well. So smaller tape is better than bigger tape, like tape that's bigger than the page. I did a little bit too big, but that's okay. You can just fold that over. Because then, now, her papers don't slide out of either end. If you're using a stapler, you can staple down this middle piece so it won't, like, the papers won't collide. But I think I'm fine for now. This is her cute little folder. And then you can let your baby be really creative and decorate the front. And you probably want to write, like, Kaylee's folder. That's what I would write. And then you could do, like, to go home and, like, to go back to school or whatever you want. Or you could let them draw, decorate it however they want. So I'm going to let Kaylee decorate this however she wants to. So Kaylee had me write her name on it and her, like, one of her favorite colors. And she had me draw a heart, a star, and a smiley face. She wanted me to do it because she said I was neater. And then on the inside we wrote this side for school and this side for home. We could draw over here too if she wanted to, but she's most likely always going to have papers, so you won't really see it on either side. But that is a really cute way to make a doll-size folder. I know this one's a little bit off because it's more square than rectangular, but it still works just as well, and she doesn't mind. And neither do I. And what all we did was take some simple markers and draw on it. And it makes a really cute little folder. And that was so easy to make. And you can make a bunch, but Kaylee doesn't really need a lot because she's only in kindergarten, so we just have one. Your babies sometimes need notebooks in school. I know I do. I don't know what a kindergartner would really need a notebook for, but it's always good to have one anyways. So we're going to be making a doll-sized notebook for Kaylee because a real notebook is way too big, as you know. So we are going to make her a little notebook, and it's also really simple, so let's go. So for this project, you're going to need some construction paper, either white paper or lined paper, and then a stapler. You don't want to use tape for this one. And then, well, you could actually. Yeah, there is a good way you can use tape. Never mind, you can use tape. And then markers to decorate. And you can also use like pattern paper again. But yeah, this one's also really easy to make. Another alternative if you don't really want to make your own little notebook is they do sell small ones, but if you don't want to go buy one or you don't have one on hand, you can just make one right now and it's really easy. So Kaylee wanted a purple one, but we couldn't find any purple, so she chose blue for her cover. And then we have white paper for the inside. We wanted to do lined, but I cannot find my lined paper. A lot of my items are going missing. So we're doing white, which is perfectly fine. If you don't have lined paper, you can actually make some yourself. You can take this and draw lines on it with a ruler. We're just gonna leave it blank because you can also use it as a sketchbook or like a doodle book, whatever you want to call it. So first I'm gonna be taking my paper and making my white paper and making small pages by folding the paper into fourths. So construction paper is bigger than regular paper. So that's the only downside to this. I'm using white construction paper. Yeah, I'm using white construction paper. And you want to make sure the edges line up just right. Okay, that one wasn't perfect, but it'll still work. So if you don't have scissors on hand, I do have scissors, but I find this works better. If you fold the creases really good and like get it with your fingernails and everything, you go like once on one side, then on the other side, and then go back to the other side and crease it again. And then your paper will just, if you're very careful about it, it'll rip really evenly. This one's breaking a little bit in the middle. That's okay. And then you can just do it again. Now it is going to take a while to make a bunch of pages this way, but I find it's actually a lot neater and like a cleaner edge than if I cut it because it's more straight than if I actually just cut it That's why I like to use this method. Okay, what is going on? Okay, this one didn't fold perfectly. All right, well, I'm gonna make a bunch of pieces of paper, however much I want. So I have 20 tiny sheets, which is really 5 big sheets. It seems like a lot. If you think you have too much, you can always just use it for your, like other pieces of paper and just save them. And they fit right into my folder, so that's good. They are bigger than a real piece of paper. Like, this is a like regular piece of like computer paper that I cut into fourths. And then this is a construction paper, so it's just the slightest bit bigger, as you can see. But that's okay. So then once you have this, you wanna take this and fold it in half, your cover paper. And so you can see this would be a little bit too big. So you also wanna cut it down. There's like a little scrap. I'm gonna get my scissors really quick. Okay, I got my scissors. I'm actually gonna cut this little like thing off of this one because it's a little bit extra long. So I don't really want that extra piece on there because that would mess it up. I do realize it'll make, it's like some of the pages are a little bit, they have like rip outs, but that's okay. So you can find how much like you want on it. So I probably want it around the same size as this. So maybe a little bit bigger. I'll probably do like right here. So I'm gonna fold it up so I know where to cut. And I have a little bit of extra. Now, if you're not doing that many pages, you could staple it together. I clearly have way too many pages to staple. So there's this method of how you can put pages together. And for this, you only need tape and probably this kind of surface. Like this is like fuzzy because I'm on a pool table, but this part's like hard. So you're gonna take one piece of paper and you wanna put another one like exactly on top of it, like perfectly. And then masking tape works better for this, but you can use regular tape. So I'm gonna take some tape and get it long enough to like fit the whole paper and put it over the edge, and then you fold it back over. I'm gonna leave all these little scraps on because I'll probably need them eventually. Or no, I can cut them off. I mean, you won't need them, but there's gonna be a lot. So then the pages will open like a little book. And then what you want to do is take your next paper and put it directly on top of them. And then you take your piece of tape and you just go right over the next piece of paper. And it will slowly but surely bind your whole little notebook together. It's going to take a long time, especially if you have a lot of pieces of paper, but it'll work. And they open up really nicely. So I am gonna so I have 10 pages here, and I think that's actually enough. So I'm gonna save these other 10 that I can use for when I'm like do school for, I can make her little homeworks out of this and stuff. So I can save that. So now I have my little 10-page book and it's all bound together. So I can just take it, and I actually might add an extra page on the front and back of this, so I'm gonna go do that really quick. We'll just add 2 to the front. So now I'm gonna take my book and then find where I wanna put it. And then I'm gonna take some tape and I'm just gonna stick that on the side of my table. I'm gonna open up the first page and then I'm gonna tape it down, like right here. And then on the top. And on the bottom. And then I want to go to the back page and do the exact same thing. And this is only if you use this method. If you staple it, you won't have to do this. But I use this method. You can also make little like textbooks and reading books. You can make little reading books like this. I think this needs to move a little bit. And then I'm going to tape the top and bottom of this. And then she can still write on these pages, but they're just holding the book in. And then, so now she has a little notebook with pages she can write all over. So she has a lot of pages, and then she can even write on the front and back. Like on this and this. She can still write on those. So now I'm just gonna decorate the cover of. We kind of tried to make it look like a composition notebook by adding the black strip here and then onto the back. And then I added like the box and I wrote her name in it. We might draw a little like doodle down here or something. So yeah. Kaylee said for now she wants to leave it blank, so she's gonna leave it blank. So I'm just gonna put these papers in her bag. Her thing. So now we have these. Now, since Kaylee's only in kindergarten, she really doesn't need that many school supplies, so I think that's pretty much all she needs, because I do know how to make a binder, but I'm not really going to make it because Kaylee's in kindergarten. She does not need a binder or like a planner or anything. This is really all she needs, a folder and a little notebook. She can doodle in this, really. It's like a sketchbook. So, yeah, and the pencils and erasers that I did. So guys, that's really all for this video. So Kaylee has her little doll-sized pencils that actually work, a little doll-sized eraser that also actually works. I should probably show you that these work. Hold on. We can write on Emma's little invitation here from the tea party video. See, actually writes and then actually erases. Then I showed you how to make some doll-sized paper, perfect size, and then a doll-sized little folder here. It's a little bit big, but it'll work. And then a little doll-sized notebook, really cute with real pages. This one's also a little big, but again, it'll work. So guys, we're still not sure what Kaylee's going to wear for her first day of school, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do about the backpack situation. I don't know what I'm going to use. I might use like what I used last year. I'll probably end up using this. She used this. I have like her stuff on here, but I can take that stuff out. And like she could use this as her little backpack. I mean, it is a little big, but her supplies would definitely fit in it. So, yeah. Anyways, Kaylee, you can do the outro.
Thanks for watching. Please click like and subscribe, and in the comments, let us know what's your favorite doll-sized thing we made today. Mine is the notebook. See you guys later.